Not all things that seem to be bad are bad for you. Let me tell you my story about how scoliosis and being in just crippling pain with it has become one of my biggest and greatest spiritual teachers. Hi, I'm Kay, and welcome back to Enchant Your Life. On this channel, we talk about all things spiritual, we talk about manifestation, mindset, and how to live a confident and magical life, the one that you deserve. And today, I want to talk about how my scoliosis and crippling back pain has actually been one of my greatest teachers and has taught me all about alignment. Now, scoliosis, if you don't know, is when your back is not straight, your spine is not straight, but rather like mine is shaped like an S from my neck down to my tailbone. And it has caused me a lot of pain. And, people don't really know what causes scoliosis. Some people are born with it, some people develop it from car accidents, and sometimes they just don't know what can cause it. And for me, I can speculate and make an educated guess that it has something to do with me carrying a heavy backpack, a heavy handbag throughout my younger years in elementary school, all the way through college, filled with heavy books. And the teachers told us it was a requirement. And back in those days, we didn't have those wheels, those book bags with wheels. So we had to carry it. And I think that has caused my spine to curve, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, let me tell you the two main lessons that I have learned from having scoliosis. And the first one is self love. I was in a lot of pain for over a decade. The first time I went to get it checked out, I went to a chiropractor and he put these electrical nodes on my back and, zapped my nerves. And actually, after it was all done, I felt a lot better for a little while. But while it was getting done, the chiropractor actually left the room. He wasn't monitoring me. And it got really hot on my skin, and I realized that I was getting burned. And I didn't yell out, I didn't scream out, nothing. I just took the pain. And when I got home, I realized I had burn marks on my back. Now, why, you ask, I didn't holler and bawl out for help is because I was a people pleaser. I didn't want to rock the boat. I told myself, you know what, you'll get through this. It's going to be quick. And I lacked the amount of self-love that was necessary to get me out of that situation. And I dealt with the burn marks for a while. And that, looking back, was a way for me to wake up and realize that no, you shouldn't let yourself get burned or injured just because you don't want to say anything. So the next time, I would say maybe 5 years after that, I realized I was in a lot of pain because I carried a lot. Not just physically, but mentally as well. So I carried a lot of groceries on my own. I carried a lot of bags and I did a lot of lifting. And it's as if I didn't want to ask anyone for help, although I could have, but I didn't. And the next day, after lifting a bunch of grocery bags, my back would be hurting. I would be feeling like I'm crippled or something. And also, I carried a lot of mental stress. And I didn't know back then exactly how to get in alignment. And my back problems, I realized that it was a pattern. And every time I carried too much, or I was in a place I didn't want to be, or I felt stuck, or whatever the case is where I wasn't following my intuition or my guidance, I would get this back pain. And I want to tell you real quick, I went to Trinidad one year for Carnival. I was looking forward to it. It was going to be a great time. And when I landed, when the plane landed, I had zero back pain. And the whole trip was amazing and fun. And I felt free and in alignment in the vortex. And when I got home, the pain started back. So I knew that I had to work on my alignment. Just like Erykah Badu's song that went, "Back a lady, you gon' hurt your back, carrying all those bags like that." So I had to put down my bags. I had to love myself enough to really go get checked out and see what's going on. And it's only 5 years ago that I got an x-ray done and found out that I had scoliosis. I shouldn't be lifting so much stuff. It's just going to make it worse. And I needed to ask for help from the chiropractor. I got therapy. And I needed to ask for help from my husband to lift things. Doing grocery shopping was not just me doing it. It became a family event. Me, my husband, and my daughter now do grocery shopping together because I need the help. And it's okay to ask for help. We don't have to be superwoman doing everything. And we have to love ourselves enough to allow people to help us. There was a point where the doctor had asked me if I'm taking any pain medication. And I said no. And the doctor was a little confused because I was in pain for so long, so many years. And it didn't even dawn on me that I could take over-the-counter pain medication for this pain. It's as if I just allowed myself to suffer and endure this pain. And I had no explanation as to why. I didn't even think about it. The only thing I could think is that it's because I just didn't care enough about myself, and I put a lot of people before me. And that had to change because I realized I had to give from a full cup, from my overflow. I was giving from a depleted cup, an empty cup, which made me no good to anybody. Scoliosis is so poetic for me because it's all about alignment. Not just physical alignment with my spine, but also mental and emotional alignment. So what seemed to be something bad turns out to be a big lesson for me. And I truly actually appreciate scoliosis being in my life because it's a reminder. Every time I feel this back pain, I know it's telling me, it's giving me a message to pay attention to how you feel. Be true to yourself. Listen to your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, if you're in the wrong place, whatever the case is, listen to your body. It is telling you to get yourself in alignment. And so I found the lesson in all of this. I've changed my perspective on it. I realized that I'm not perfect. My back is not perfect. None of us are perfect. We are perfectly imperfect. And I hope that you can learn from this as well. That you can take something that seems to be bad and find the lessons in it. And love yourself enough to go get yourself checked out. Go to the doctor if you're in any kind of pain, physical or mental or psychological. Go get some help. You deserve to have a beautiful life. You deserve to have a pain-free life. Remember that enchanting your life begins with alignment. I'm doing a special free Zoom gathering this Sunday, and I would love for you to join me. The event is called Change the Way You Look at Things and Watch Your Life Change. And it's all about shifting your perspective on certain things in life so that you can manifest what you prefer. A beautiful, more fulfilling life filled with your heart's desires. So I'll be sure to leave the link to register in the description below. And if this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend who may need to hear the message. And if you want to go deeper with these types of conversations, I would love for you to join my community called Enchant Your Life Circle. I'll be sure to leave that link in the description below as well. I love you, stay enchanted, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!